Hello dear children, this is Alok sir. Hope you all are fine and doing your study honestly. In this part of the video, I will explain spherical mirrors and reflection through spherical mirror. Spherical mirrors are not new for you dear students. You have see the example of spherical mirror in your homes. Take a spoon and see your face in the spoon. You will see that your face will appear in the spoon. If you see your face in front part of the spoon, you will see different image, and from the back part of the spoon you will see different image. You can take spoon as an example of a spherical mirror. These are the curved mirror which are considered as a part of imaginary sphere. Spherical mirrors are curved mirror and which are considered as a part of imaginary sphere. There are two types of spherical mirrors, that is concave mirror and convex mirror, as shown in figure. You can understand from this figure properly. This curved mirror is called concave mirror, which inside curved part is treated as reflecting part and outside curved part is silvered. And this is an example of, this is a figure of convex mirror, which outside curved part treated as reflecting part and inside curved part is silvered. So two types of spherical mirrors we have, that is concave mirror and convex mirror, and we are seeing that if we produce this curved line, so then we get an imaginary sphere. If we are producing this curved line, then we will get a imaginary sphere. That's why these images are called spherical mirror and treated as a part of this imaginary sphere. Now see the definition of concave mirror and convex mirror. Concave mirror are curved mirror in which inside curved part is treated as reflecting part, as I have told you already, and outside curved part is silvered. Silvered means this part is colored so that reflection can be take place properly. And figure A shows the concave mirror. This figure is showing concave mirror. And this is a convex mirror, the curved mirror in which outside curved part is a reflecting part. As you are seeing, this part is a reflecting part, and inside curved part is silvered. This is the inside curved part, and this is silvered or colored. In our figure, B is a convex mirror. So this is a convex mirror and this is a concave mirror. Now take the analogy of spoon. I have already told you this is a spoon, and when you see your face from inside, that is from front part, you will see this is a concave part and you will see your image differently. And when you see your image, your face in this part, then you will get different image. So you can treat the spoon as the spherical mirrors. Now there are some related terms with spherical mirror. I will explain that terms properly. Terms associated with spherical mirror, as I have already told you, spherical mirrors are considered as the part of an imaginary sphere. As you are seeing, this is the concave mirror and this is the convex mirror. When we produce these two lines, we will get an imaginary sphere. So now if there is an imaginary sphere, some related terms with this sphere are, and these are center of curvature, radius of curvature, the pole, focus, principal axis and focal length. These are the spherical terms associated with the spherical mirror. Now you will see the explanation of all the terms one by one. If this is an imaginary sphere, or this mirror is a part of imaginary sphere, then it has its center and radius of curvature. As you know, as you have already studied that in sphere there must be a center and the radius. So the center of curvature of spherical mirror is the center of imaginary sphere of which the given mirror is a part. Means the spherical mirror is a part of imaginary sphere and the center of that imaginary sphere is called center of curvature. Very simple. And it is denoted by C. Next is radius of curvature. And means the radius of curvature of a spherical mirror is the radius of imaginary sphere of which the given mirror is a part. Means this point O is center of curvature and this point, this line OP is radius of curvature. The pole, the midpoint or the central point of the section or part of the reflecting curved surface is called pole and it is denoted by A. This is the central point or midpoint of the reflecting part of the reflecting surface and this point P is called pole of the mirror. The focus of the mirror is a point where between center of curvature and the pole of the mirror through which all the light ray that is coming parallel to the principal axis passes after reflection and it is denoted by F. This is focus. The line which is coming parallel to the principal axis passes through focus after reflection, as you are seeing. The line, the light rays which are coming parallel to the principal axis passes through focus after reflection and the focus point is between center of curvature and pole of the mirror. Principal axis. It is the imaginary line which joins center of curvature of the spherical mirror to the pole of the mirror. This line is called principal axis. This is an imaginary line which is joining center of curvature to the pole of the mirror. This is called principal axis. And the focal length. The distance between pole and focus is called focal length. It is denoted by F. The distance between pole and focus is called focal length. It is denoted by small f. These are the points associated with the spherical mirror. That is center of curvature. The center of the imaginary sphere is called center of curvature. Radius of curvature. The radius of the imaginary sphere, that is CP, is called radius of curvature. Pole of the mirror, the central part or midpoint of the reflecting part is called pole of the mirror. Focus. Focus is a point between center of curvature and pole and through which all the light ray passes which are coming parallel to the principal axis after reflection from the mirror. In this case also there is same. In the case of convex mirror, this is the pole, this is the focus and this is the center of curvature. So this was the terms associated with the spherical mirror, that is center of curvature, radius of curvature, pole, focus, principal axis and focal length. Now we will see the how reflection take place through the spherical mirror. So laws of reflection and the spherical mirror. The spatial property of a spherical mirror are just an application of the laws of reflection. At every point, I am repeating it again, at every point the spherical mirrors reflect the incident ray in such a way that the angle of incidence equal to angle of reflection. The rays of light or the beam of light shows different behavior when it incident on the mirror from different point. Means the spherical mirror, when light ray incident on a spherical mirror at any point, it will follow the law of reflection. And there are some special rays which show different behavior when passes through different point. And we will use this point to form ray diagram. So you must have to remember this point. First is the beam of light coming parallel to the principal axis passes through focus after reflection through the spherical mirror. This is the first ray or first type of ray when passes through principal axis and its behavior. Second is the beam of light passes through focus of the mirror, becomes parallel to the mirror, parallel to the principal axis after reflection through the mirror. This is the second type of ray. And third one, the beam of light passes through or coming through the center of curvature, it will retraces its path after reflection. These are the three types of ray which show different behavior when passes through spherical mirror. Now we will see the explanation one by one. It is written that the beam of light coming through or passes through the principal axis, it will pass through focus after reflection. See, so these are the beam which are coming parallel to the principal axis, incidented on the mirror and then pass through focus. Means when light rays coming parallel to the principal axis, it will pass through focus after reflection. It will pass through focus means only through focus. So this is the first rule. See, in the case of convex mirror also, the light rays coming parallel to the principal axis and it incidented on the mirror, reflected. But when we produce this line backward, we will see that this line are coming from focus. So this is the first one. Second, the beam of light passes through focus of the mirror, become parallel to the principal axis after reflection through the mirror. The light ray which are coming through the focus on the mirror. The light ray which are coming through the focus on the mirror, it will incidented on the mirror and reflected. But this ray which is coming through focus will be parallel to the principal axis after reflection. This is the second type of ray. Means when the light ray is coming through focus, it will be parallel to the principal axis after reflection. In case of convex mirror, the light ray coming through focus, but it will passes by becoming parallel to the principal axis. So this ray will be parallel when it passes through the focus of the mirror. And the third type of ray, the beam of light passes through or coming through the center of curvature, it will retraces its path after reflection. Retraces means it's just back from the same path from which it is coming. The ray will be back on the same path from which it is coming. See in this figure, a ray or light ray which is coming through center of curvature on the mirror. It incidented on the mirror and take the same path. Means it will retrace its path. In case of convex mirror, the light ray coming through center of curvature, it will incidented on the mirror and reflecting the same path. These are the three special rays which we will use to form ray diagram. And in this part you have seen that three special type of rays which show different behavior when it passes through the mirror. And these 3 points are very important to understand the ray diagram. So remember this point properly and see the explanation properly. So this is the end of the video, and you will see image formation and ray diagram in the next video. Till then, stay tuned and revise properly.